How's it going, guys? Heading to my brother's right now. It is May 4th? Yeah, it's May 4th. Shoot. A lot going on. A lot changes, life changes, a lot good, a lot bad, a lot ugly. But life goes on. Maybe we'll start with some of the bad stuff. Some of the unfortunate, some of the okay-ish stuff too. So at the moment, I got the truck back. I still feel some vibrations, so scheduled an appointment for that. They're taking me in soon. So, and I feel like the steering is off, but at this point, you know what? Like, I feel like it could be not the bearings, whatever it's called, the front, the joints or whatever. Is it dangerous? Possibly, but fuck it, whatever. Anyway, the second thing that probably like hit me the hardest, the most, is coming back. It seems like my girlfriend and I had some major differences, and she decided it was best to not be together, for us not to go to Mississippi and be together. So I really tried to reason and stuff and whatnot, but I mean, I'll respect her decision, respect her wishes and everything. I try to be a good man to her and whatnot, and just gave her my best wishes and best of luck. So wish you the best. I know sometimes she watches, so still care about you. You're still someone I admire. You're still someone that I care about. So, it made me think a lot about a lot of things. Because one of the things I did was I kind of wanted to give her some time to herself. So it kind of put me in a state of thought, meditation, kind of like self-evaluation of a lot of things. And I've been reading this book called Atomic Habits, which it's amazing actually. So if you have not touched that book, I highly recommend it. But anyway, I've started doing something. Well, let me take a step back. It kind of pinpoints a lot of like science based reasons why, evidence-based, I guess the word, of why habits work the way they do and they don't, and why people keep them and they don't, and how you should start them, and examples of like scientists and businesses who've done the stuff. It's pretty fascinating. I don't really want to spoil it, but I think one thing that I started doing was kind of building those routines, which you should have anyway, because one of the things I talked about is like that automation, you know, like, you know how you like automatically you just think about things, you know, like when you start driving a car, for instance, you first you're like, oh, first I have to turn on the car. The next thing I have to do is check the mirrors. And then I have to go make sure the seats are on right and everything. And then I have to go make sure that this is working. Then I have to push on the brake and then shift it over to drive or reverse. I always park in reverse, so that never happens to me. But anyway, make sure the lights are on and whatever. But you know, as time goes by, it's not something you're thinking about actively. It just becomes a habit to the point that, and this is something just from what I remember, it's not, you don't even pay attention on the road 100% of the time anymore. And that's something that the book kind of explains. Like, once a habit becomes a habit, you just kind of do it automatically. It doesn't, like, you don't even think about it anymore, whether it be a good or bad, you know. Like initially you might think that driving a car is awesome and cool and whatnot, but then it just becomes a chore. Like, fuck, now I have to go and drive. So you kind of want to build your habits to the point where it does become that, but then you can kind of step back and evaluate and be like, how can I improve it? So a good example would be like working out. So you're working out, you build that habit of starting to work out, and now it becomes so automated that you go ahead and just do it, But then you hit that plateau of you do it, but there's no improvement, and you're really not getting any better at it. And so what do? So now you kind of like self-evaluate and check and see what things can you change to make things a lot better. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So one thing that we did was, and I haven't fully practiced a lot of the things yet because I wanted to do it together with Caesar, because I love Caesar to death. I think he needs a lot of help. I need a lot of help, and this is why we're taking this journey together. But I wanted to do it together with him because it also kind of helps get that, how do you call it, like accountability partner. And so we can be together and hold each other accountable and set each other's goals. And that way it's like, hey, like, this is what we were supposed to do. So I feel like that's what we're going to work on today, along with a lot of like the monk mode stuff and just taking the steps back, So we had, I don't think I've ever even mentioned this, but I went through Iman's course. He had a lot of phases and modules and stuff, and a lot of what we did was we kind of just shotgunned everything. It was kind of like, yeah, okay, it says do this, whatever. It says do this, whatever. And we just kind of like winged everything, just kind of like, yeah, we got this done, whatever. And then we didn't really make a habit of working on this, and then life got in the way with a lot of other things, and I mean, it's just been difficult, I guess. But I think the most important thing when I started evaluating everything was we never really built a good habit of focusing on the business and growing from it. It was just kind of like we just winged everything and threw everything out there. And I don't think that was healthy for either of us or the business. So that's why I decided we're going to focus on Atomic Habits, a lot of that stuff first, to kind of evaluate like some of the things we need to do and start mastering a lot of things, be skillful, like truly skillful in certain aspects, to then continue to grow on what we need to grow on. So that's what we're going to work on. And now, since I will most likely definitely not go to Mississippi, I will go ahead and move in with Caesar within the next month, and we are going to work really hard on CCM-Ads and CCM Life. And within CCM Life, we're going to continue to make series of things I wish I knew. There's a lot of that coming in too, and it's just been a very difficult week for me in terms of personal life with all of this going on. So that's why there hasn't been anything posted or anything done or whatnot, and it took me like a week and a half to even post a video about Mexico and whatnot. But I'm back mentally. It's gonna take a while to recover from a lot of aspects, but we need those traumas to learn what's going on and how to get better and how to never face those traumas in a healthy way. There are unhealthy approaches to things and unhealthy ways to view things, and sometimes it's a matter of like getting to know like the good friends and good people to do that. So, and that's why I follow the people I do. I look up to the people I do, because they're successful for a reason. And even Atomic Habits are that. I mean, people, it's a lot of it could be genetics, could be a little bit of like the lucky environment or whatever, but it's still work, you know. People worked hard and they failed and they continue to try. And I failed miserably, but I looked back and I kind of started from square one again. It's like, what went wrong? Just pretty much never really came to clean about that until now, about what was going on in terms of like what was going wrong with the business, what was going on. So here we are, do it all over again. That's gonna be our life for the next few months. I think when I get to Caesars, I'm not gonna necessarily end the video yet, but I'm gonna show you guys some of the. No, yeah, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna make a separate video about the habits and stuff, just so you guys can kind of see like some of the things and like whatnot, and just kind of encourage you to read that book, because it seems like a lot of people really enjoy that book. So, dang, that Pacific was passing me like a freaking 85, and these motherfuckers are in suits. U.S. government. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah. So that's where we're at. I mean, I really appreciate those that stick around and are here with me. A lot of you guys, and I'm sure most of you guys that I personally know will probably never see my videos, but just know that I pray for you guys. I thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate those that have always said, like, Paul, you have always told me, like, dude, if there's anyone that can make anything happen, it's you, dude. And I really appreciate those people, because I've had some people that kind of like started to want to work with me, but then said nah, or those fake friends, you know. So I've learned a lot through this journey, and I continue to hope that I continue to learn and grow, and continue to be the best version of myself, and more importantly, that I continue to spread the word of God, because that's I think the most important thing, and I want to invest myself into His kingdom. So, and yes, I have a lot to work on. Like, I think one of the biggest things, and I'm trying to make a habit out of it, is not swearing. That's why I started the video with saying shoot, but then I still swear afterwards. So I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm really trying. So, but yes, that's where we're at.